this amazing idea about the idea of New Crossing, which would be about how goldsmiths would engage more effectively, or I guess more naturally, with the local community, which everyone really liked the idea of. I mean, in truth, Goldsmiths is seen as a huge amount of buildings, pretty much an estate on New Cross land. However, every single person at Goldsmiths has always been engaging, and you're a graduate, so you know what you're talking about. So, in truth, what we're saying is we just want to make it clearer that Goldsmiths isn't about a set of walls, it's about a community of students, academics, ex-graduates, graduates.
But I always felt a bit like there's a sort of a little lack of trust, really, between the community and Goldsmiths, and maybe from the community towards Goldsmiths, but from Goldsmiths towards the community, it feels a bit more like there's a problem of interpreting. Like, who is the community and what are we meant to do with them? And I don't know. This is sort of there is the way things have been so far. It's been a bit separated. It's been a bit it hasn't been happening. So in a way, what we're doing now is to change the way things have been. Is to make a deliberate movement towards integration and so it's not. That's how I see it.
Well, I guess that's true. I can hear what you're saying. But I think a lot of what Goldsmiths does, we don't talk about. We do an awful lot of work.
Yes. And
we don't actually cover it in any kind of publications, any videos, any interviews. We're very quiet on what we do. We're very modest about what we do. Someone like you yourself, you do a hell of a lot of work. It's not seen. You just, there's the bins, there's installations across Deptford and New Cross. It's just like Goldsmiths. It's a case of how much do people really know that we're doing. Yeah. I think New Crossing's probably an opportunity for you and us to present what is happening, and in fact what's happening across the whole of New Cross and South East London, whereas other parts of London seem to be better about talking about what they're doing. You know, the councils, the public organisations seem to know better about how to present what they do. And I think we're all beginning to see that at Goldsmiths, that we need to talk about what we're doing. We're doing lots of work about impact now. We're making case studies of everything we do. We're going back in time and bringing it forward. And saying what we have done, and that's making a big difference, and it will make a big difference to how New Cross is perceived.
Yes, yes. The thing that I most worry about is the built environment in New Cross. You know, because you can't really see it other way. That there's a lot of buildings like the ones we have here, which are derelict, and so the reason why people slightly resent that is because they are in the middle of the town. So I think in that way there's a sort of a step to be taken in terms of how Goldsmiths belongs in New Cross with their buildings, and what's the offer to New Cross in terms of art, in terms of all the talent, the enormous amount of talent that lies within the college, but it's not really filtering through to New Cross. What filters to New Cross a little bit is that there's a lot of buildings that belong to the college that are not really offering anything to the village.
I can understand what you're saying. I mean, you've got to realise, I think everyone has to realise, with every university, buildings are needed to carry out the activities of education. So the mistake might be made that we're this big landowner, but in truth, it's full of students, it's full of activities. We're doing our prime objective, which is education, research, dissemination, knowledge exchange. However, absolutely right, we're looking at what to do with these buildings right now. One of the enterprise department's projects at the moment is to research an incubator or a creative business centre. These shops are one of the ideas. How can we turn this into a community of practitioners? how to build that bridge you're talking about, how to create a live community of graduates and students and academics working together. Every department at Goldsmiths are developing externally facing activities, and those people are interested in bringing the graduates back in and bringing practitioners back in, and organisations, charities, government organisations in. And the incubator is a place where we think that's going to happen, and that will connect with other incubators, other communities across London, Old Street, down in Ravensbourne, all across London. And I think that's where I think we're missing that community, that join. What the graduates do when they leave Goldsmiths is they go somewhere else. They do stay locally, quite a lot of people stay locally, but too many people are leaving, and we need to keep them here, and that's our main objective. How do we do that?